Alright, Game Changers, welcome back to another video here today. Call of Duty used to be so much fun back in the day, but nowadays, it's just not. It really isn't. The one thing that I will say, however, that I have realized is when playing with a group, it becomes a little bit better. Believe it or not, playing solo in Call of Duty is just not the vibe anymore. It is just way off the chain insane with the amount of skill-based matchmaking and EOMM that is involved with this crazy game nowadays. But when you play with a team or a party, the skill is kind of dispersed around and you fight a little more of people that have mixed skill levels. I will admit that there is some silver lining here where it becomes a little bit better when you are in a party with people of different skill levels, meaning they're not all sweaty on your team. Now, I know that's not always possible. Sometimes you have Call of Duty veterans on your team. You have players who have high KDs and who are cracked out and better than you are. And I understand that. Then you're gonna get paired up with other parties of similarities just like that to oppose you. But at the same time, the obvious thing is that you're going to be having a good time at least in a party because you're going to have people to talk to, call out to, all those things. So in that aspect, that experience of Call of Duty and just gaming in general is 10 times better than just playing alone. But if by chance you have players who are not as good as you perhaps, or who are noobish, or are just not that good at gaming for whatever reason, not just Call of Duty in general, I guess this can apply to any skill-based matchmaking game. In theory, at least I hope this is what it is, or this is how it works. Then you're gonna get a more diverse and more dispersed out skill gap and range of lobbies. So it's gonna make it a lot easier for you if you are the player that has the high skill level. So you're gonna face other players that are more similar to those players in your party that have lower skill ranges, or maybe who are not as good or haven't played the game as much as you have. But see, here's the problem that we run into. We don't have a lot of people playing Call of Duty multiplayer anymore because this game is just trash nowadays, especially for the solo experience. That's why a lot of players are not even playing this game. So you don't even have that option a lot of times because people have just moved on. Call of Duty, what don't you understand? The thing is, you would have more players playing your multiplayer game and the multiplayer mode if the solo experience was good as well. And this is what these people don't understand. We don't want to sweat all the freaking time. That's why we don't have tons of players in parties playing this game anymore like it used to be. Back in the day, we would have so many people partied up, so many people playing this game that they would just naturally party up, naturally want to play this game. And that's why you would have heavy traffic, parties of people having fun in this franchise that was so great back in the day. I mean, literally in this gameplay, I was lucky enough to play with two people who had this game that I know personally, and I was playing this multiplayer domination game, and I did fairly well, as you guys could see. I'm doing fairly well. I'm doing really good compared to them even, and I was just having fun because it wasn't insane because of that skill distribution that was spread out. The whole lobby wasn't as good as me, so that made it a lot better. When you have mixed lobbies, it makes the experience better and it's not sweaty all the freaking time like you're playing in a tournament. This is what we want. This is what makes this experience a lot better. This is the part that we miss so much.
You're goddamn right.
But you want to know what else has killed Call of Duty? It's the live service and also the development team's attitude in their approach to the game. The passion is just not there anymore. It's what they want versus what we want. I think that is what has killed Call of Duty more than anything because they just don't care what we think. Now, I get it. The publisher, Activision, is the boss and whatever they say goes at the end of the day. I get that. But at the same time, there is a lack of communication. There is no community involvement. I remember back in the day, there was a community manager and whatever concerns the community would have, the community manager would address. They might not always cater to what the community wants or wanted, but at least there would be an open dialogue, there would be a back and forth. But now that it's not existent. Where is that? That's all gone. And then also the live service with these different seasons. They are releasing content like it's dripping out, like it's not. That sounded nasty.
What did he say?
Like it's just coming in little waves here and there. We're not getting a whole lot of content at one time. Like it's just a map here or there after a couple months. Like what is that? Like we're not getting fresh content all the time. Other games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, all these other games out there are doing it right. They are putting lots of content into their game and updating them constantly, adding fresh stuff to them. And here Call of Duty, one of the biggest franchises that has been around for a long time, is not able to do that. It's like they've become complacent with their success because they know that people will come back to this game time and time again. So they know the people and the community, and that's why they don't care so much. It seems like they're not innovating anymore, and I get it. They've been around for that long time, and you know that innovation and that variety is maybe not as much as it used to be, and I get that. But at the same time, they have to realize in order to keep up with some of these other games out there that are innovating and are fresh and are bringing players back to their games, Call of Duty, in order to stay relevant, needs to do the same thing. But they're just not doing that. They don't get it. Instead, with multiplayer, they've neglected it. With Warzone, maybe a free-to-play game, they are innovating a little bit more, or even if they are not innovating, they're at least updating it more regularly than the multiplayer experience, when they know that the multiplayer experience was the one that skyrocketed Call of Duty to the most popular games and first-person shooters out there ever. And it failing to realize that is the reason why this franchise is not as good as it used to be. And the Call of Duty community has realized that and in droves exiting this game. And honestly, who could blame them? Who can blame players for leaving this game? Honestly, it's just not what it used to be. And that's the biggest gripe that we have with it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Now with that being said, this is GCP signing off.